Hey, what's up, guys? This is day 6 of the General to a General strike, and I just want to let you guys know what I'm working on because I don't want you to wait around forever. And when I finally get done, or as things develop, it's kind of part of why I like this format is because I can be more solicitous with feedback, as opposed to a meme campaign, which is really one directional. And I can also share what I'm going through. I can be more engaged and be more honest about what is driving me to do different things and why I make the things that I make. I wouldn't be doing this channel if Reddit's API, if Reddit didn't completely kill things last year. Reddit has been my home online forever. The reason I'm leaving it, not forever, since 2007, 2008, me leaving it has been like a grieving process, basically. I'm not just it feels like somebody died. It's been a long, slow, painful process to uh, come to terms with. People say that grief is unmet expectations, and I agree with that. I never expected Reddit to basically kill itself and all of my communities. Not all of my communities, but it halved itself. So part of this is also you only ever do something for the first time once. And this is new for me. I think going through the process and being really open about it, wanting to create exactly the right messages to facilitate a general strike in the United States, to facilitate transformation in the United States. What I really like about this YouTube format so far is that I can just kind of talk directly. I can say exactly what I want to say. Sometimes with memes, you really can't do that. Memes are not a complex medium. This is. I can deliver really complex ideas, and I'm figuring out how to do that in real time with you guys. To that end, uh, I said yesterday that I was going to try to make shorter videos. I've been thinking more about that. I am. I'm going to make shorter videos, and there's also a long video that I need to make so that I can reference it from here on out. And that's just kind of my story and why my perspective is the way it is. I don't want you guys to just listen to what I have to say. And obviously, I don't expect you to take my word for anything. But if I can walk you through my experiences, which, although I'm a pretty average American guy, I have cared about this for 20 years, which is unusual for a millennial to be active on the left for this long because how do I know that is because I don't know anyone else like me. The people I have collaborated with have always been older. The people I've read and learned from have always been older. I have never known anyone that is as energized as me when it comes to these causes and that took the same path as me, which was very hidden and very much online, very much creative and unusual and evangelical, if I can use that word. That video is just, if I try to tease it apart, it doesn't really make a lot of sense. So I'm working on that. At least I'm thinking about that. Thankfully, it's a pretty easy story to tell. I just have to tell you my story, and I'm going to make it more interesting than just you watching me. I'm probably going to have some drawing to go along with it, at least some kind of visual component. It's going to be a longer video. I'm thinking I want to get all of the content out and then edit it down and see what I've got to work with, and then I can apply some animation to it. I'm thinking it'll be between an hour and 2 hours, even after it's been whittled down. I don't want it to be long. Also, though, at the same time, I'm trying to communicate a very complex message. And that message is one of hope. I, over and over and over, the people in my real life and people I interact with online, but more so in real life, uh, they don't believe me when I tell them how hopeful I am. They don't believe, they hear me and they hear my words, but telling that to people tends to be met, at least people that are my age, tends to be met with disbelief. It should. Like, I don't want you guys to take my word for it. I want to walk you through step by step why I have such enormous hope for humanity, and I do believe that we can get our shit together and fix this planet together. And I think that we're destined for much greater things. And I believe that this is a very dark chapter that, with the right mindset, the right temperament, the right discipline, and the right cooperation and teamwork and leadership, we can steer into something unknown, something better, something beyond death, something beyond extinction for the human race, something beyond a life of slavery and oppression and rigid hierarchies and contempt and indifference and callousness, but something filled with compassion. There's so many. I'm rambling. Explaining why you should have hope is a little difficult to do because I actually can't do it for you. Hope comes from inside. It also comes from outside. It's true. I'm outside of you. But for you to create your hope, there's no faking it. There is no faking hope. It is hope or it is not. But that doesn't stop us from trying. That doesn't stop us from peddling all kinds of false hope. I want to create a narrative for you where along the entire trajectory of our existence, human beings continue to become more compassionate and more intelligent and treat each other with more camaraderie and more solidarity, and that our ability to adapt and work together will get us out of this. And once I've done that, only once I've done that, and you have hope, you'll see as I describe everything over the last 20 years. I want to describe my experiences over the last 20 years. What have I been doing on the left for 20 years? It's been really lonely. I'll put it that way. It's been really lonely. And I will describe in detail year by year exactly what happened. By the time I get to 2024, you're going to see the hope that I'm talking about. And I guess I'll leave it at that. I've got that cooking upstairs. I'm hoping that I can start maybe like recording the, like audio for it in the next, I don't know, this week. I would love to have it out by next week. But if I do make it more visual and I do decide to do some drawings, I don't know. I really am shooting for next week. At the same time, this is going to be something I'm going to reference a lot. I'm going to reference different time periods. I'm going to reference Bernie a lot. And if you're going to understand my references to Bernie, I need you to think of him as something very specific and probably something very specific that I have in mind that maybe that was not how you experienced Bernie Sanders. That context matters. And I'm going to point at it a lot, probably for as long as I'm doing this, because it's my experience. It's the most genuine form of, it's the only story I have to tell, and no one else will tell it. And the reason I want to tell it is because I believe you will see what I'm talking about when I say there is a bright future ahead for all of us. And all it's going to take is, well, it's going to take a lot, but it starts with believing that it's possible. So I'll leave you with that. I think I've rambled long enough. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. See ya.